Many Bothans died. Bring us this information.
Hello and welcome, Star Wars Unlimited fans. It's been a minute, we've had a bit going on in my life, but we're all back now, so here is another episode of Unlimited Power for your delectation. And we'll be going over things going on in the UK, where you can play, when you can play, the sorts of events that are taking place, how to find them, how to get joined in and with all of the communities and whatnot, and a little bit about what products are coming out over the next year or so that we know and how much we know of it. So just going in there, we're going to go through things that have been happening recently, particularly the Nexus Invitational, which is worthy of note. We're going to go through planetary qualifiers, or PQs, for the Lawless time period, as well as store showdowns. We're going to take a look at the Fantasy Flight live streams that they're doing, or said they're planning on doing for the month of April at the very least. We're going to look at the release for the Twin Suns decks coming up in early May. We're going to take a look at the sector qualifier in London being run by OPE in May, and then the regional in Prague. Followed quickly by the UK Games Expo in Birmingham in the UK, before any Americans look at this and go, it's not in Alabama. No, it's not in Alabama, it's in the Midlands in England. Shortly after that will be the release of Ashes of the Empire set number 8, in like the week before the Galactic Championships in Las Vegas will be taking place. Then a few months later will be the Icons set, which we don't know very much about, and followed by set 9, I think that is. Yeah, 9 Homeworlds coming out in November, which we know next to nothing about. So, yeah, that'll be fun to see what's happening in there. Anyway, let's dive into it, shall we? The Nexus Invitational took place Saturday. Well, Saturday was like an open, and Sunday was the Invitational part, March the 15th, hosted by Spellbound Games in London and being run by the crew of Nexus, who is a Star Wars team based out of primarily London, but has got a bit of a reach to it, let's be fair. And they had 7 major teams and more other people who had been invited to take part in this invitational to set the metagame for a Lawless time period and see how that went into it. And it was won in what is probably not very surprisingly. The existing world champion, Beton, took it as a member of Team Enigma, but we had guys from Two Moons, Nordic Takedown, Inglorious Blasters from the UK, Bothan Network, some UK members, my friends Buku and Cerberus, and some guys from Deckstar Plans as well as guys from Nexus, and people who'd won spots from the qualifier open day the day before. On Saturday, it was a great day to be there, and I look forward to seeing what Nexus have up their sleeves for next time. Well done, Emmy and guys. Cheers. Awesome. Planetary qualifiers. Planetary qualifiers are a big part of the Star Wars Unlimited organised play scene. The reason for that is because there's like four tiers of play, leading up to the Galactic Championships, which is like the World Championship of Star Wars Unlimited. Then you've got regionals, which are kind of like continental, big deal championships. Then there's sector qualifiers, which are almost like nationals in a way, and planetary qualifiers, which are I don't know, what do you want to call them? Counties? Not many other places have counties apart from the UK. Either way, we've got like 12 or 15 planetary qualifiers taking place in the UK, and in order to secure an invitation to day 1 of the actual Galactic Championship itself, which is on day 2 of the event, which houses the Galactic Championship, which is a bit confusing, but there we go. You need to score 100 points, and the way you score points is by qualifying at a certain threshold, a certain level in the planetary, the sector, or the regional. You may already know this. If you're already watching this, there's a good chance you already know this. But if you don't know this, then I'll just quickly go through these things. These are the points you can score. To get 100 points, you need to have done well at the Galactic Championship last year, or won a PQ, or come top 8 in a sector, or come top 8 in a regional, or any combination thereof that gets you 100 points out of all these different things. So you can sort of grind your way up to those 100 points. And then the top 32 people in the leaderboard will get paid flights and hotels to the Galactic Championship, which is being held in Las Vegas in July, which is a bit of a big deal. So there's incentive for people to go and repeatedly play at the planetary qualifiers, as many as they can get to sectors, regionals, and so forth, and people have been doing so, which is awesome. Anyway, here are the planetary qualifiers, or PQs, that are taking place in nearby the UK for the period of a Lawless time. I can confirm that the leaderboard to qualify for paid hotels and flights for the Galactics will cut off at the end of a Lawless time. Whether those PQs and sectors and regionals are taking place wherever in the world, The lawless time period will be the final point. You can get points towards that leaderboard, so do bear that in mind if that is a goal that you're going for. These dates are subject to change a little bit. I don't think they have changed. Also, what's Premier and what's Limited and what's Eternal has on occasion also changed in the past, so be aware that this list may not be final. It's accurate as of the time that I've drawn it, because they've changed it and updated it on the website. And I've taken it today, so as of today this is accurate at the very least. Links to purchase tickets to all of the PQs that have got ticket purchasing links up as of time of filming will be in the video description below if you want to check them out. Also, you can look on the Star Wars UK Facebook community or Star Wars UK Discord that we've got. Again, links for those will be in the video description below. Anybody in the community will be happy to help you if they're able to, and I will help you as much as I can in those things. I maintain up-to-date lists of these in those communities as and where possible. Moving on. Store Showdowns. Store Showdowns are a tier below Planetary Qualifiers. They don't award points, and they're like the pinnacle of competitive play before getting into the point scoring events like Planetary Qualifiers, Sectors, Regionals, Galactics, and so forth. The idea is that each store gets one Store Showdown per set release, which is one every 4 months. And if you want to, you can read the little thing that's written in there. Asmodee Ollie is Hobby Engagement Manager for Asmodee UK. He kind of looks after what events in the UK are happening, who's getting them where, making sure they get the prize support, being a point of contact for them through their Asmodee distribution rep as well. This is a post that he made on the Star Wars Unlimited UK Facebook. You can go up there and look at it if you want to do so. But in order to save you time in tracking this stuff down, if you don't feel like it, this is the map of where the store showdowns are taking place across the United Kingdom up until the end of June, I think it is, because the next set is released in mid-July. So that's what the plan is there. If you're interested in attending one of those events, reach out to your local store. I'm not going to keep this list up forever because it'll be a bit boring for people who aren't interested in this stuff to watch it. But if you want to, you can pause it and flick back through and see these. Also, if you want to learn where nearby you can play Star Wars Unlimited, this is a good list to look at. And otherwise, if the place that you want to play isn't running it, then ask them, talk to them about it. Get them to reach out to Asmodee rep, as was mentioned in the post by Asmodee Ollie a few slides ago. Always willing to add more people to their portfolio. Yeah. So we get, again, these dates are very subject to change, unlike the PQs, which change kind of rarely. These will be, if you want to attend a store showdown at one of these venues, get in touch with them and make sure that it's still happening when you think they're happening, because this will change. Fantasy Flight Games does live streams every week for Star Wars Unlimited. This is a schedule that they've posted for April. Eternal format meta check-in. Big picture of Django in there because he's been winning the Eternal format. God knows why. Can't imagine what that might have something to do with it. But whether it will just be a check-in and they say, no, we're not doing anything, we're happy with Django beating everyone, or they ban it or update something, we shall see when that video releases and streams and so forth. I'm sure it'll be all over the community. Following that will be a video going through what the prizing will be for the Galactic Championships. Last time they did this, they showed all the cards that would be available, except the cards that they've yet to be revealed from Ashes of the Empire that will feature in the prizing, because they've not been revealed yet. We don't know what they are, so they'll probably be like a TBC placeholder for some of them. And we'll see what that is. We might also see what the goodies are going to be for the various tiers of tickets that were available for Galactic Championships, because they showed that off this sort of stream this time last year. And since I'm going to be going to that, I'll be tuning in, because that should be interesting. And then we have a Star Wars Unlimited Trivia Day. I have no idea what that's going to be. Whether they ask questions and ask people to answer in chat and do giveaways, or they just ask people on the stream for questions and trivia, who knows? That could literally be anything. It might just be passing the time, as far as we can see. Hey, there we go. Moving on. Twin Suns format. I love Twin Suns. Twin Suns, for me, is probably the best way to play Star Wars Unlimited, because it's all about the fun of it. You've got 4 people trying to win, beat each other, be the last person on the most health left standing at the end of it. There's no... Because it's not a part of an organised play where there's prizes for winning, you can just play for the fun of it and do so and enjoy the banter and the put-downs and the deal-making and come up with all sorts of crazy broken combos for the leaders that you enjoy doing so. I love Twin Suns. It's great. If you want to learn more about it, check out YouTube channels like Take the Blast, who are absolutely awesome at Twin Suns. People haven't played it as much, at least narratively, when I've asked them if they want to join in the game of Twin Suns, because they've not built a deck. So what Fantasy Flight are going to be doing is they're going to be releasing 4 pre-constructed Twin Suns decks using the leaders that are shown in these images here, and you'll be able to buy them for £30, £40, dollars, your local money of choice, wherever we go. I'll be picking up one of each of these, and possibly a second one of each of these, so the cards could go in my collections for my own Twin Suns deck that I want to build, which is a lot of money, and is in fact the only thing I dislike about this, because I remember seeing on the retailer presentation photos that came out of Gamma how a sales point they were using to promote this to retailers was people who are looking to chase the meta in Eternal format and otherwise are going to want 3 copies of the cards in each of these decks, so they're going to want to spend upwards of like £300 to £400 with you. And if anybody from Fantasy Flight or Asmodee is watching that, that's a massive loss, because you did so well with starter decks and spotlights, and each of those having 3 of the exclusive cards that are exclusive to that particular deck included in them. To use these as a sales point that people are going to have to buy 3 of each of these decks if they want to have the best and most powerful cards to compete in Eternal format, that sucks. Don't do that. That's pretty awful. But I'm a massive Twin Suns nerd, so I'm going to get one of each of them to keep in one piece so I can play with them, and a separate pair of them each so I can build my own Twin Suns decks with them. And that's not almost as much of a sucker as the kind of person that I'm saying shouldn't really be pressured into doing this. But hey, there we go. Things we do for our hobby and our fun. Anyway, we got Maul, Savage, Ahsoka, Rex, Asajj, Dooku, and Anakin and Padme. So yeah, some previews of these have been gone out. We've seen a lot of the cards that are in them. They look busted as all hell, because they come with many aspect icons, and they're tailored to the Twin Suns format, so it'll be interesting to get hands-on with these and try them and play them, and we'll see how they do in the wild. These are being released on, I think it's Friday the 8th of May. Yeah, there we go. Cool. On that same weekend is the Sector qualifier in London. Some people who live in London are saying that it's not in London, but I say it is, because everything inside the M25 is London. Honestly, yeah. How would you even know if you even live there? It's being run by OPE, Organised Play Events, who've run all of the sectors for Fantasy Flight to date, as well as a bunch of big events in the UK since the launch of Star Wars Unlimited. Here are the details for it. There will be details and a link in the video description below, although, honestly, I think it might be sold out. It was sold out fairly quickly after tickets went live. There could have been ticket cancellations since then, so if you still want to go, take a look at the link. The worst you can do is find that they're still sold out, or check back every now and then. Maybe there's some tickets still available. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. And if you're going to be there, do come up, say hi, shake my hand, introduce yourself. It'll be awesome. Cool. Following swiftly on from that will be the Regional Championship being held in Prague, which the astute among you will notice is not the UK, but it's a regional. It's huge. There's going to be a lot of points available, and Prague is not a million miles away from the UK, so I've put it in here for those who are interested in knowing that it is taking place. Being run by Fanfinity. They've run all the regionals to date, and again there will be a link to purchase tickets and the event page in the video description below if you want to find out some more details for that. UK Games Expo will be taking place a week or two following that at the National Exhibition Centre, or NEC, in Birmingham in England, as previously mentioned. It's basically like Gen Con for those of you who've never been to the UK Games Expo and are US centric, but for the UK it's huge. It takes up multiple halls of the NEC, runs over 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is all like role-play games, board games, miniatures games, every form of nerdery you can possibly imagine is being catered to. And once again, OPE will be taking and running a bunch of Star Wars Unlimited events, as they have done for the last few years since the launch of Star Wars Unlimited at the UK Games Expo. They're running 3 major events, one on the Friday, one on the Saturday, one on the Sunday. The Friday and the Saturday will be using 6 sealed boosters each, hence why they're a bit more expensive. And the one on the Sunday will be constructed, and they'll be doing side events for Twin Suns and sealed and constructed all the way through. Link to This page here to purchase tickets to the OP main events or the Games Expo itself and the side events will be in the video description below because I'm being helpful and convenient like that. We very recently, within the last week, as of time of filming, started to see things about Ashes of the Empire, which is going to be set 8 for Star Wars Unlimited. It's going to be coming out on the 17th of July, which means pre-releases will be a week before that, which is a week before the Galactic Championships. So at the Galactic Championships, if you're playing sealed or limited format games, and those who've qualified will be, because the first few rounds of it will be limited or sealed each day, you'll be playing with Ashes of the Empire, so it's going to be interesting to find out what the card pool is going to be looking like. But we do know a little bit, because they've shown us some tidbits about what the spotlight decks are going to feature, as well as some of the themes of the set and some of the artwork for it. And I'll just riffle through that fairly quickly here. I mean, this is awesome. The whole Return of the Jedi thing is so my jam with Star Wars, because I'm not as young as I would like to think that I sometimes am, but I really hope the showcases for these two cards are absolutely knocking out the park, because they deserve to be, and I'm really looking forward to this. A Lawless Time has felt a little strange to me personally. I've seen a load of people get really into it and enjoy it, but something about it hasn't quite gelled with me. But the feel and the flavour of Ashes is just right there, so I've got high hopes for this on a personal note at the very, very least, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on these. So these are the two leaders who are going to be in the spotlight decks for Ashes of the Empire. Watching the reveal stream, it was very cool where they said how they're going to tell a story with the spotlight decks being the finale of Return of the Jedi, and the plot that it's covering is going up to like just before episodes 7, 8, and 9 start, and all that sort of First Order Resistance stuff. So you start with the spotlights being the start of the timeline covered by the set, and then go into the boosters, which take you through the rest of it. And I like that. It's a nice idea. Very narrative. Good on you guys. This is the key art for the set to give you a few more hints and ideas as to what's going to be featuring in it. I mean, it's pretty obvious, really, isn't it? So you got the Return of the Jedi stuff on there. You got Grogu and Gideon, Akbar and Shin Hati versus Sabine from the Ahsoka TV series, which I think is the latest timeline-wise stuff this is going to be covering up to. We shall see. This is a piece of artwork they showed off from the set, which depicts something from the Book of Boba Fett. From the end of that, when Boba's fighting alongside Mando against the Pike Syndicate and Cad Bane. Spoiler alert. This is from Mando Season 3, so they are obviously going to be doing stuff all the way up to and including the Mandalorian TV series Season 3, which was... I appreciate some people didn't like Season 3 as much as 1 and 2, and I get why. Jon Favreau's touch on Seasons 1 and 2 were great, but I still enjoyed 3, so I'm looking forward to that. And anybody who knows me knows I'm a bit of a Thrawn fanboy, so seeing this stunning picture of the Chimera as it hovers over the Night Sisters temple in the Ahsoka TV series is something that is a sight to marvel at, isn't it? Just like, oh, wow. Yeah, that'll be good. Looking forward to that. So that's Ashes of the Empire for you, or at least everything we know so far. Moving on to the Galactics at Las Vegas, the World Championship of Star Wars Unlimited, happening July 24th, 26th. Tickets are on sale. There's a link to them in the video description below. Check them out. We'll know a little bit more about what's going on probably in a couple of weeks as of time of filming when the prize streaming has happened. But we basically know what's going to be happening in terms of event schedule because it's all on the Galactics website in that link. So go and check it out if you're interested. Following on from that, we have a mysterious product called Icons that FFG have been very tight-lipped about so far. And it's coming fall 26, which is October, November, December 2026. I have my suspicions about what this is going to be. I think, personally, I've got no evidence to back this up whatsoever, I think it's going to be something along the lines of iconic cards that might well wind up being legal throughout rotation. And they're kind of like staple cards that you always want to have access to. Things like your classic removal takedown might be in there. Surprise Strike might be in there. The 4 iconic double aspect cards might be in here. I don't know. This is pure speculation on my part, but it'll be interesting to see what they've got on there. So yeah. Alright, I can look at this as much as I want. We're not going to get any more insight out of it. Anyway, moving on from icons. The final release of the year that we know is going to be Set 9 for Star Wars Unlimited Homeworlds. This is literally all we know about it. We can speculate on this as much as we want. I have absolutely no idea what this is. I've got various ideas about what it could be, but I've got no idea at all of what it is. And we're still a good, 8 months out from this at the least? Yeah, thereabouts. So it's still going to be a while until we find out what's going on with Homeworlds. I expect we will find out at the Galactics, because that is when we first found out about Secrets of Power, which is out in the same sort of release window from last year. We're probably not going to know anything about Homeworlds till July, so that is that. There we go. That is everything happening in Star Wars Unlimited for the UK that we know about as of time of filming. If you're interested in learning more about where to play, do join the Star Wars UK Discord. Do join the Facebook group, get chatting, ask the questions. If I see them being asked and I can jump in and help, I absolutely will do. Otherwise, enjoy your games. Thanks a lot. Cheers.